Did you know that during the Warring States period, samurais often used to wear a second pair of arms? No, they weren't mutants, just highly prepared warriors. Now let's take a step back into the 16th century, to a time when Japan was not the harmonious land of sushi and anime we know today. This was the Warring States period, a time of constant conflict that spanned over a century. This period was as significant in Japanese history as the time your grandma accidentally used wasabi instead of guacamole at the family picnic. Dramatic, spicy, and unforgettable. Samurai warriors, the superheroes of the time, were always ready for battle. And by ready, I mean they carried an extra pair of arms because in those days you never knew when you'd need to swing into action. So next time you want to feel like a samurai, remember to carry an extra pair of arms. Or maybe just a spare umbrella would do. Imagine a game of musical chairs, but with kingdoms and the music never stops. That's the Warring States period for you. Now you're probably thinking, wait, what? Kingdoms playing musical chairs? Well, in a sense, yes. During the Warring States period, power was as fleeting as a cherry blossom in springtime. One minute, you're the big samurai on campus. The next, you're yesterday's sushi. It was a time of shifting alliances, backstabbing, and more plot twists than a season of a reality TV show. Picture this. A bunch of powerful clans, each wanting to be the top dog. But it's not as simple as just declaring, I'm the boss applesauce. No, you've got to fight for it. And I mean really fight for it, samurai style. These clans were like a group of competitive siblings, always squabbling and trying to outdo each other. Except the sibling rivalry involved armies, castles, and a whole lot of strategic planning. It was a time when the phrase, keeping up with the Joneses, took on a whole new meaning. Except replace Joneses with Oda, Takeda, or Wasugi, and replace keeping up with trying not to get completely obliterated by. And amidst all this chaos, these clans weren't just fighting for power. They were shaping the future of Japan. Each victory, each defeat, each strategic maneuver was a brushstroke on the canvas of Japanese history. The Warring States period was a turbulent, violent, and unstable time. But out of this chaos came some of the greatest innovations and cultural developments that Japan and the world have ever seen. So, if you ever think your family gatherings are chaotic, just be glad you're not at a Warring States period dinner party. Imagine passing the soy sauce while dodging flying ninja stars. Talk about a dinner to remember. Ever heard of the saying, what goes around comes around? Well, the Warring States period ended in the same chaotic way it started. Picture this, a whirlwind of alliances, betrayals, and epic battles, all culminating in a grand finale that reshaped Japan. Key players like Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu, it's like they were in a high-stakes game of chess, each move more crucial than the last. Nobunaga kicked things off with a bang, conquering many states but unfortunately couldn't see his dream come to fruition. Enter stage left, Hideyoshi, who picked up where Nobunaga left off and continued the unification process. But the true hero of our tale, the one who put the final nail in the coffin of chaos, was Ieyasu. He established the Tokugawa shogunate, effectively ending the Warring States period. And just like that, after centuries of chaos, Japan was finally unified. It's like the ultimate season finale, isn't it? So, what's the big deal about the Warring States period, you ask? Well, let's dive into that. This seemingly chaotic era was more than just a time of conflict. It was a crucible, a melting pot of ideas, strategies, and philosophies that still ripple through Japanese culture and society today. From the establishment of the samurai code of Bushido to the refinement of the art of warfare, the Warring States period left an indelible imprint on Japan. And its influence didn't stop at Japan's borders. It reached far and wide, shaping the world's perception of Japanese culture. Sushi, for instance, became a global sensation, and the samurai, well, they became film stars. But the most significant lesson we can draw from this era is the power of unity. After all, it was the unification of Japan that finally brought peace after a century of war. So, here's a thought to ponder on. If the Warring States period hadn't happened, what would modern Japan look like today? Leave your thoughts below. Thank you for watching. Until next time, my friends.